Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm sick right now. I've had a cold for about 3 days, and then before that I had vertigo for about 3 days. It is the Sunday after Thanksgiving weekend, so I've had like a 5-day vacation from work, which has been really nice. Friday, my family has a tradition where the day after Thanksgiving, a lot of people call it Black Friday and go shopping. We don't really celebrate or do anything, so we go to a beach near here called St. Augustine, and we sit at the beach and we just enjoy the cold weather, the salty air, the pretty much silence. There's usually not too many people around, and it's just a great time. And I took these clips for you all so that you could see kind of what that part of my day was like. But now it is Sunday and I'm gonna be doing some reading today. Since I'm sick, I'm pretty much gonna be home all day today just trying to get better because I do need to go to work this week. And it's just a cold, in case you're curious. I get these pretty much every time the weather changes. It's actually not as bad as normal, and I think part of that is because I have been changing up some of my medications recently, and I do think that has allowed my immune system to fight things a little bit better. Because I am sick though, it does mean that my reading has been kind of limited the past week. If you watched my wrap up, which came out last Friday, you know that all of November was just kind of a weird month for me and that I didn't read as much as normal. I'm hoping this week I can get back into my normal reading. This week I'm going to be reading 2 books. I don't know how much I'm going to talk about my physical book that I'm reading because I want to do a specific reading vlog for it. But if I get so far into it and I feel like it's not needing its own vlog, I'll just talk about it here. So I might talk about it here, I might not, but I'll let you know what it is. I will be reading Empire of the Vampire this week. I've already marked it out so I know how much I need to read every single day. I'm really excited to be starting this one. I'm going to be tabbing and marking it up. The other book that I am currently reading, I actually haven't started that one yet, is my audiobook, and I'm hoping to finish this up tomorrow because I've been taking way too long to read it and I'm loving it. There's no reason why I should be taking this long to read this book, and that is Abaddon's Gate. This is the 3rd book in the Expanse series, which starts with Leviathan Wakes. I've been reading 1 a month for the past 3 months. I don't know if I'm going to get to book 4 in December just because there's some other things I want to read. This one I got used and it's falling apart, so I'm going to actually spend some time right now when I get off the chatting with you to fix it up a little bit because I can do that and it'll just make it a little bit more easy to read. This is where I'm at in the book though. It's chapter 32. I'm like 60% through and I'm loving it. I'm honestly loving it. I know I'm loving it more than book 2, which I didn't like book 2 as much as book 1, but I still really enjoyed book 2. But I think I might be enjoying it more than book 1, to be honest, and I think it might actually be a 5-star. Book 1 was like a 4.75 and book 2 was a 4.25 for me, which is so arbitrary, I know, but there were just certain things about them that didn't allow them to be 5 stars, whereas with this one, I think it really might be a 5-star. If not, it will be a 4.75 because I'm loving it so much. In book 1 and book 2, we're following a missing girl. Actually, the 2 books, it's different missing girls, but we're following a missing girl and we're following this galaxy on the brink of war. There's this alien thing that's kind of started to show up and humans are fighting humans, humans are fighting aliens. We're not sure what that thing is, but the missing girl takes a large role into the plot of that book. Without spoiling anything, this book follows more of that war continuing and more of humanity finding out about this alien thing that's coming here. But it also follows this random ring that showed up in kind of our galaxy randomly, and we're kind of right now poking at it to figure out what it is. where I'm at in the book, know a lot more about it than that, and I just, oh my god, it is so good. One of the things I really like about these series is I'm just drawn in by their characters. They're so real and so interesting, and James Holden is our main character through all 3 books. We do follow him. I don't know if it'll continue to be that way through all of them, but so far he's been in all 3 of them, and then it's multiple POVs with other characters that change every single book. In this book we're following, I think it's 3 other people. We're following Anna, who is a Russian minister, and she has gone off into space, her and her wife and their daughter, or to preach the word. I don't remember what specific religion she's preaching, but I think it's some sect of Christianity. And they get this call that they want to send some religious people to the ring. So she goes off without her family. And then we're following, is it Melba? I always get her name mixed up because she has a few names. And she is actually the sister of the missing girl from, yeah, it's Melba, from book 1. And she is kind of blaming James Holden for her sister's demise and for her family's demise. And so she's trying to take revenge on him, and she's so interesting because she basically has like this super soldier serum that she can activate, and it takes away like all of her humanity and allows her to do like horrific things that she wouldn't normally be able to do. So she's very much a ends justify the means type of person. The last character that we're reading about is Bull, and he is the one that I'm least interested in, but they just did something with his character, and I knew they were going to because these authors, in case you don't know, James S.A. Corey is a pen name for 2 different authors. They just do this fantastic job of, even the characters you don't necessarily love have parts in their chapters and have parts in their character arcs that just pull you in and make you so interested in them. So Bull's character just took a turn. He is a military commander, and he was asked by Fred, who is a guy that plays a large importance in the first 2 books, to go on this mission and to investigate stuff that's going on. One of the things that's really interesting about these books is that they talk a lot about social issues that are super important, especially at all times. One of the things that they really focus on is racism, and they talk about it in the sense where a lot of the racism is people who are born on Earth versus people who are born in outer space, or belters as they're called, and it's just so interesting to see it handled in this way. Oh, I do know what I'm going to pick up after this, actually. Let me look at my library. Tomorrow I'm hoping to pick up The Death of Jane Lawrence. It's pretty short, so I want to get through that, and then I want to get through All These Bodies by Kendra Blake. I've been talking about that one a little bit on my channel, just kind of waiting on things to show up. So if anything else happens this week, you'll know about it shortly. Hi, I just got out of the shower, same night. I listened to way more of Abaddon's Gate than I expected to today. I only have 1 hour left on the speed that I'm listening to, which is exactly what I need for my morning walk tomorrow. So I'm going to stop there tonight, and I'm going to finish it up tomorrow before work, which will be fantastic, and I'm super excited to be doing that. The book is so good. It's definitely going to be a 5-star. I just now announced my December readathon to my book club. So I've been keeping it a secret up until now very well. I'm proud of myself, but I am hosting an entire month-long readathon for my book club, and it is a D&D themed adventure. So it's a solo adventure. You kind of get thrown into a random city depending on how you start out the game, and from there you get to journey around this entire world that I've created. And as you go from place to place, the way that you travel from these places, or the way that you accomplish side quests, or the way that you do anything, like you can get married, you can get killed, you can like fight bad guys, you can join the rebel army, you can whatever, is by reading books that fit prompts. And so that's what I'm going to be doing all month long. And so I was waiting on that to see what prompt I got first, and the first prompt I got was to read a book with an embossed cover. So it fits this because the red is embossed and it is like super metallic and everything. So I'm gonna be starting this now. I'm really excited. I'm just letting you know. I don't know if I'm still talking about this book in this video or not, but I'm gonna sit down here and do some reading for a while. Hello, it's Monday night. It's not this cold out, let's be real. I'm just wearing this because my mom actually just dropped the stuff off because I lived at her house this weekend. I quite literally walked in the house and sat down to talk to you all, so I guess it's time to de-winterfy myself. I officially started Empire the Vampire last night, and I made it through my entire reading section that I needed to get through, and I'm loving the book, and I definitely will be doing a reading vlog for it, so I won't be talking about that book anymore in this video, just so you all know. And then this morning I woke up and I was not feeling well, not so much my cold, my period started and my body decided to be in pain. So instead of going on my morning walk like I normally did, I got all ready and then I literally laid in bed with a heating pad and I listened to the rest of Abaddon's Gate, which I finally figured out how the narrator says it, and I think he's wrong. I think he's wrong. I don't think that that is how this book was supposed to be said. He was saying Abaddon, Abaddon's Gate. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with Abaddon, and we're gonna say I'm right because it's an O-N at the end. Who says N when it's an on? Anyways, I loved it. So far, it's my favorite in the series. I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I freaking the characters were amazing. How it all came together was fantastic. I loved watching like the descent of these people into kind of madness. A lot of my friends on Goodreads, this was their least favorite one so far, and I think that's really funny because I've been running into that situation a lot recently where I'm noticing I'm not matching up with my friends on Goodreads, and it makes me wonder what's going on and if there's anything I should do about that, or if I should quite literally leave it alone because you're never gonna match up with your friends on everything, and I could quite literally be seeing like different people saying different things for every single book. Anyways, Abaddon's Gate was amazing, and I highly recommend that if you've read Leviathan Wakes that you continue on with the series because I do think that they get better as they go. Even though I didn't like book 2 as much as book 1. Put on hold book 4, which I can't pronounce its name, Cibola Burn. I put that one on hold and it came in this morning. I literally put it on hold this morning and it came in this morning. So I'm really excited to be picking that up, and I think I might pick that up later this week. We'll see. It wasn't on my TBR, but since I technically finished Abaddon's Gate in November, I'm like, I could just do Cibola Burn in December like I originally planned. So then I decided to pick up The Death of Jane Lawrence, which is a horror book that came out this year that everyone online seemed really freaking excited about, and all I have seen is bad reviews of it. Like everyone seems to be hating this book, and I was really nervous to pick it up because I've said multiple times on my channel that I don't like gothic stories. I think they're boring. I think they're way too slow. I don't think that they encompass the eeriness properly, especially if they're trying to be horrific. So I was nervous going into this one, but it's succeeding. I'm really enjoying this book. I am 35% through it right now. I've been listening to it for 4 hours and 45 minutes on ×2 speed, but that's still a lot, especially because normally at work I don't get that much time to listen to audiobooks, and today I like made time to listen to my audiobooks. It's the story of this woman. I don't remember what her maiden name is, but her married name is Jane Lawrence, and she decides to kind of get into this arranged marriage with this man. It's like a marriage of convenience. It's back in the olden times. I don't know when exactly it takes place, but I want to say like early 1900s, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. And so she gets into a marriage of convenience with this doctor. Did I say lawyer? Doctor. And they get married, and they basically have like these agreements that they make with each other. Like she's going to help him run his business because she's an accountant, and he's not gonna touch her, and they're both totally fine with everything. And the final agreement is that she's never going to come to his like manor house. He has like a house in the city, and he has like a manor house, and he is gonna sleep there every single night, and she is never going to spend the night there. I think she's allowed to visit, but she's not allowed to visit it. And on their honeymoon, on the night of their wedding, for reasons that are explained in the book, she ends up coming up to his house when he's already there and trying to figure out what's going on. I'm really enjoying it. It is slow. It is eerie. I think that the gothic nature, doing the over explanation of the doctor's a surgeon, so there's a lot of blood and guts, and he collects abnormal body parts, and so there are these long descriptions of these things, but I think it's working for me, where I'm a little bit horrified. I am in suspense. Like, there are parts where I'm like, oh my God, what is about to happen? I don't know. It reminds me of, I think it has both influences from Jane Eyre and Rebecca, of which I haven't read either of them, but I know both of their stories. Hi, it's end of day Tuesday. I've had a crazy long day today. It's 8:30 and I'm just now getting out of the shower, sitting down for the first time all day. Work was super busy, but in a really good way. A lot of things were discussed and a lot of things were actionable, and it was just a really productive day, but because of that, I'm exhausted. And then I didn't get home until close to 7, which then I showered, and now I'm finally chilling out. And I just don't have the mental energy to read tonight, so I think I'm gonna sit on TikTok for like 10 minutes and then go to bed because I'm tired. It meant that I didn't get to finish The Death of Jane Lawrence today. I'm really close. I'm really freaking close. I don't know where my phone is. I'm at chapter 42, which, if you've read the book, is really weird because chapter 42 is followed by chapter 0. And I don't know what that means yet, and I'm so excited and anxious to read it and figure out what the heck that means. Health-wise, I forgot to mention, I'm feeling a lot better today, but right now my throat is really hurting, so I don't know how much talking I'm going to do with you all because I'm feeling overly tired and my throat's hurting and it's not great. So since I haven't finished The Death of Jane Lawrence, actually, I think I'm just going to save all my thoughts for tomorrow and hope that my throat feels better then. And I just got home from work. Work is crazy right now. I think it's going to be like this all of December, where I quite literally am working so much that I can't even have like music or an audiobook playing because I have to be so focused into what I'm doing. And then on top of that, I'm going in early pretty much every single day. And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I'm staying late on top of that. So I don't know if that's going to be a forever thing or at least just a December thing, but it's happening right now, and honestly, I'm not minding it. A lot of what I'm working on is really fun, and it's creative, and it's a great project. I am just so busy at work that by the time I get home, I'm kind of dead inside, and now I'm just gonna chill. I don't have any plans today. It's Wednesday, and normally I go over to my parents' house for dinner, but we moved that to Friday this week for my brother's birthday, so I think I'm gonna sit on the couch and either play Skyward Sword or watch some TV for a little bit. It is 4:40 right now. Need to read this, which we're not talking about. Let's talk about what we can talk about. So I finished The Death of Jane Lawrence this morning, and I instantly rated it 4 stars. And I wrote this blurb on Goodreads, which, let me read it to you all right now. Was this book good? I don't know. It was weird and confusing, but I absolutely couldn't put it down. It might be genius. I'd have to reread it to even try and begin to understand. Would I recommend it to anyone? Probably not. Will I ever stop thinking about it? Yes. I think I liked it. I meant to say, will I ever stop thinking about it? No, but it's so much funnier having the, will I ever stop thinking about it? Yes. Any type of book that unravels itself in the way that this book did, there's magic involved, and there's horrific elements involved, and there's ghosts and hauntings, and I can't really spoil anything else besides that, but no, I would not recommend this book to anyone. Yes, I enjoyed it, and I haven't stopped thinking about it, and the way that it ended and how it kind of undid all of the previous book that you had read, but also the undoing backed up what we had already read, makes me want to rate it a 4.5. It definitely wasn't a 5-star. There were some points that lost me, and there were some really, really confusing bits that, like, even now I'm not totally making sense of, but I think upon reread, it does have the possibility of being a 5-star. So I might try to get my hands on it and physically read it at some point, and I don't even know if I would read all of it again because the beginning was really great with the audio. It was literally just the second half. The audio was amazing. I highly recommend it, but I was so confused that I think I would need to physically read some of the words and read them a few times to really understand what was being said to me. Oh, let's open up this package that I got today while I talk to you some more. So I then this morning, this is all before work this morning, started, how do you say,
All These Bodies by Kendra Blake. And I didn't like it. I made it 2 chapters in, so I decided to put it down. I'm not even going to count it as a DNF. I know that normally I would with 2 chapters. I can't open this without scissors. But I am just not going to do it this time because personal choice, whatever. I have the ability to say no. What I didn't like about it was the writing style is first a first person perspective. I don't like first person as much. It's just harder for me to read. So oftentimes I just don't connect with those books as well. And then second, it's about a teenage boy. I don't know if the whole entire book he was going to be a teenager, but I couldn't connect with our main character. He was like country bumpkin kind of. I don't know. I've read books by teenage boys before that I've liked, like Bone Gap. Loved that book. Teenage boy is your main character. It's also kind of like he's telling me, the reader, the story, and sometimes that works really well for me and sometimes that fails for me. And I haven't been able to figure out exactly why sometimes it works. I'm gonna go grab scissors. Okay, I know what this is because I got an email today saying, oh, this package has arrived. I found out that RJ Barker was a woman, and so I ordered almost all of her books. I haven't read a single one yet. Hopefully I like her writing style because this is the 4th book this month that I've ordered from her, and she only has like 6 or 7 out. I'm also just like really in the mood to read some more high fantasy about pirates and dragons, specifically those 2 things. So I think this will be a really good one for me to pick up. This is part of a trilogy called the Tide Child trilogy, and the other one is like The Wounded Soldier or something. It's like Age of Assassin is the first book, which I opened last week, but I didn't show you all. For generations, the fleet of 100 Isles have built their ships from the bones of ancient dragons to fight an endless war. The dragons disappeared, but the battles for supremacy persisted. I didn't know that was what this was about. Now the first dragon in centuries has been spotted in far-off waters, and both sides see a chance to shift the balance of power in their favor, because whoever catches it will win not only glory, but the war. That sounds amazing to me, and I love these spines. It's like red, yellow, blue, I think, is the colors. Oh, I forgot to tell you, though, I did pick up the Storm of Echoes audiobook. I'm so lost. So that's the 4th one in the Mirror Visitor Quartet. The cover kind of looks like this. Read book 1, 2, and 3 from January to like the summertime at some point. I don't know exactly when in the summer I was finishing them up. And I'm just so lost in this book. I'm on chapter 4. I got no clue what's going on. So I think I'm going to set that down. I don't know if forever or not, but I'm not going to continue it in December, that's for sure. And I kind of think I'm not going to continue it until I reread the first 3 books, which means I might not do it until I've just been informed this is not the final book, that there are going to be 6 in total. So I might wait until 5 and 6 are out and then reread and then continue. I don't know. Good morning. Welcome to Friday. Today's my brother's birthday. He turns 32 today. I haven't picked up any books since I last talked to you guys, which I think was The Death of Jane Lawrence. Is that all I've read this week? No, I read part of Siobhan's Gate. I worked 10 hours yesterday, and today's going to be another long day, and I'm working so much and so quickly and with so much stuff because there's so many things due right now at work that I like can't even focus on an audiobook, which really sucks. I've gone so many days in a row of not listening to an audiobook that now I'm like not in the mood for an audiobook. My boss is gonna be out and we've caught up on almost all of our projects. I think I just have like one thing that I need to wrap up, which is not gonna take me too much time. And then I am starting a new project today. I'm hoping I can get myself to listen to an audiobook today at work. Yep, it's been one of those days. Oh, I didn't put the camera up high enough. I am so tired right now. Absolutely so tired. I don't think I told you guys this morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. Naturally, my body would not let me sleep after working 10 hours yesterday. And then, I mean, let's be real, the rest of the week I've been working overtime every single day. There was not a single day that I didn't work less than 8.5 hours. So today I went in and I told my boss that I needed to leave at 3:30 because it's my brother's birthday and we're celebrating and I need to get home to wrap his present because I've been working overtime and I haven't been able to do it this week. So she said that was fine, but then the work didn't let up. While I was gone at lunch, like emergencies came in. I thought today was gonna be chill. Remember when I thought that? No. I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm home now. It's not Saturday, it's Friday night, and I honestly just want to take another shot and go to bed. The dinner was really nice, but my parents decided to take my nephew home so that my brother and sister-in-law could have a night without him at home. He's gonna be 3 in March, so, you know, he's a little bit over 2.5, right? When he got in the car, he started crying as soon as his parents left, and it's about a 45-minute to an hour drive home, and he didn't stop crying the entire time. And I'm not talking like little tears, like screaming at the top of his lungs, sobbing, 45-minute car ride. And he eventually got himself so worked up that he was sick twice. And after the second time, my mom was like, we got to take him home. Like he's not doing well. So we drove him home and then they just dropped me off, and I'm very tired. And I wouldn't even be talking to you guys, but I have some packages that I want to open with you all because I know what 2 of them are, but I don't know what the third one is. So one of them's actually already open. I did not do this. So I'm really, really glad that nothing fell out. The Great Hunt, because me and some friends are going to be reading The Wheel of Time in 2022, and I was only planning on buying the first one and then buying them as I go, but I realized with how long it takes to get things from the UK right now that I wanted to order book 2 to have it on hand, because by the time I finish book 1 it's gonna be like halfway through January. The other book I got was kind of, there's a package attached to it. I ordered them at the same time, but they ship separately. And this one is Master Artificer, which I will be reading in December, so stay tuned if you want to watch me read that. This is the sequel to, oh, some of the pages are wrinkled. Master of Sorrows, Justin, what's his last name? Call. And I rated the first book, I think, a 4 out of 5 star. Really enjoyed it. This feels like it's a different size than book 1, to be honest. It's also marked as sci-fi paperback, and this is like a high fantasy, so I don't know what's up with them. So these 2 I bought myself. They're both kind of the short paperbacks. I'm gonna have to go sit that next to the first one. I don't think it's the right size. Now I have this big package that I don't know what it is, and I did open it like right before I left for dinner, but I haven't looked inside of it because I was trying to figure out if I had ordered this or not, and all I saw was that it was a gift. So I did not order it. So I don't think it's for Christmas. So I'm gonna open it right now and see what it actually is. So it says a gift for you. So it says, congratulations on buying your first home. Okay, so it's a home warming. I didn't know what to pick, but I know you listen to a lot of audiobooks, so I figured graphic novels would be good. They would be good. I need to grow my graphic novel collection. And this one just has a pretty cover. Hope you enjoy, from Allison. Allison, I know who you are. We've spoken briefly on my channel, and you're the first subscriber to ever buy me a package, so you're gonna always have a special place in my heart. I kind of know what's in here just because I know what graphic novels I had on there. There's 4 books. So I have Skyward. I think the graphic novels are all gonna be Skyward. I don't remember what they're about. So it's Skyward 1, 2, and oh, this one is my favorite cover, 3. I really love this cover. So I actually originally thought that they were the graphic novel adaptation of Brandon Sanderson's Skyward. They are not. They are about this sci-fi world where gravity like lessens. I don't know. That's all it really says on the back. But I think there's like giant bugs or something, and I really like the art style. So I'm, honest to God, my book club is doing a 48-hour readathon this weekend. I might sit and read all of these this weekend. Very freaking excited about these. Thank you, Allison. That's not it though. I've been thinking about buying this book for so long, and it's literally just because of this. Like, the book sounds really, really good. It's about witches who have like elemental powers, and it depends on like what season they're in is when they have like the peak of their power, but our main character, I don't remember the exact word, but has all of like the elements, so she can use her gifts at all times. And I think things are starting to become out of balance. But the first editions have this beautiful, beautiful Under the Dust jacket, and I have had my eye on it for so long. I'm really excited about this one. I think it's, if I have to predict it now, I think it's gonna be like a solid 4-star. Allison, thank you so much. Like, seriously, this is amazing. I was having one of the worst days of my life today, and this package really made me feel a lot better. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're all doing great. I'm really tired right now. Get excited for this Friday's video. It's something that I have done previously on my channel, but it's been a year since I've done it. So any guesses, leave them down below. You're awesome. I don't remember how my outro goes, but until next time, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.